So, are we crazy? Are we really saying that we can save money by shopping?
Absolutely. And not absolutely crazy, but
No,
yes,
we're not crazy.
we've discovered a secret we want to share with you today. I'm Peter,
And I'm Elena.
and we're Retire Everywhere. This channel is dedicated to people traveling the world in retirement or just traveling the world and enjoying it. And we want to share with you some things that we've learned in our 2.5 years on the road. And one of them is don't bring the big checked bag. Don't stuff it with everything you think you might need. It's just not worth it. And what we've done is we found a way to save money and save our backs. That first year out, we dragged really large suitcases all over Europe, Southeast Asia, Australia, New Zealand, and places beyond, including one time where was it that we had the fifth floor apartment with no elevator?
Oh, yeah. That was
Oh,
Alicante.
yes, Spain. Some of these countries, you got to be very careful picking your Airbnb. There may not be an elevator.
So, switching to carry ons only give you an opportunity to get rid of the stuff that you've been using for a very long time. Most of the time, we don't realize that we're being carried with us a bunch of high heels that we really don't wear and dresses that we really don't wear because there's no an opportunity to go to many parties or birthdays, especially when you travel just where your partner. So my suggestion is to bring just enough for 2 weeks and then go walk around, visit all the malls that you can visit, and decide how much money you want to spend and how much stuff you want to buy. Not a lot because you don't want to be carrying that around the world again. So just go shopping.
Yeah, we switched to carry on only for this trip, and trying to fit 6 months worth of things into a carry on is impossible. So we just have to take those things that we know we're going to use, fill in the rest, and mostly it's about you're gonna wear stuff out anyway. So you're gonna buy replacements, and sometimes you might need an extra jacket or an umbrella or whatever. But if you're going to a bunch of sunny places, bringing an umbrella is kind of a silly thing to carry around for all those months. So I went back and did the math. So that first year of travel around the world, all those flights, we spent well over $1,000 in baggage fees to the airlines. That's on top of what we were paying them to fly. But most airlines no longer give you a bag unless you have status, and we aren't loyal to any airline, so we have no status. So we paid that out of pocket. And that's where we realized if we don't take this stuff and we don't have to check bags, we save that money and we can go.
Shopping. So no back fees, no guilt, no stress, and you don't gonna break your budget. Break your budget.
Yes.
So as you know, Peter and I were going to Southeast Asia in less than 3 weeks. And right now it's time to start to look and decide what we're going to take with us. Especially as a woman, it's a little bit complicated because after a year to living in Portugal and spending the winter time in here, I kind of buy a lot of stuff that I really don't gonna use and wear over there because it's so hot and humid. But also, it's time to get rid of stuff that I've been using for a couple of years and don't need to take that with me. So this is all I own, and I already start to decide what is going to stay in here, what I'm going to donate, and what I'm going to take with me. So what I don't going to take with me is stuff that is too big, too heavy, and obviously it's going to be almost impossible to wear in there. I really don't going to need in a hot and uh, uh, hot place and warm to wear long pants like this. So all this stuff has to stay in here. And also, I used to have a lot of dresses because I love to dress up as a Colombian. And I start to slowly getting rid of those dresses that I don't wear very often. And obviously, over there, you can go to tailors' stores where they can make for you something cute and a very affordable price. And for that reason, I decided that I only gonna take a couple of dresses, my favorite, this one, this other one, and these two are gonna stay in here. Um, Deciding what kind of tops and material is easy to wear in there. The heavy material is not just heavy in your suitcase, and as you can see, that suitcase is not really big. This is the only thing that I'm gonna take in my backpack. So heavy stuff, thick stuff has to stay. For that reason, all these tops are gonna have to stay back there. This is all I'm gonna take with me. Very nice, light cotton and stuff that you can wear everywhere. Um, Also, I have decided shorts is something that you can wear there very often. And for that reason, I decided three is enough. So black that goes with everything, light brown that goes with everything too, and white. So three of them is enough. For workout, I have a lot of stuff. I used to go to the gym, and it's so easy to buy and buy and buy stuff for working out that you really don't use that often. So I'm sure it's a lot of nice stores with workout, beautiful workout stuff in there that I can go and buy. And I have decided that all this that I check and they're kind of old too. I'm gonna take with me, so that's gonna stay, and I only gonna take this. Uh, for jackets and stuff to wear when it's raining. The rainy jacket, I mean rainy jacket, jacket is specifically for rainy days. This is my favorite. We bought this in Lululemon, and it's a very nice and light material. So this one is going with me. And for those days that we're going to the temples, I think I'm going to keep this one. That is cute. You can wear it with everything, and it's gonna cover enough. Also, the material let it breathe, and it's very light too. This other one definitely has to stay. Um, for underwear and um, socks and stuff like that, I used to have these three um, packing cubes, and three I think is no need for me. So I gonna get rid of a lot of stuff that is in here and put everything in one, which is very easy to squeeze in any place in the suitcase or in the backpack. And for makeup and stuff for my hair, I gonna use this. Is a little bit too big, but it's also very easy material that you can squeeze. So that can go in my backpack too. And um, for hair styling and that kind of stuff, about these two things over here, there is um, compatible. compatible. It will work over there. So I'm so happy that I can take these two with me because love them. So the last thing that I want to share with you is my shoes. Normally, I love to wear sandals when I'm in the house and walking around. So these very light sandals that I bought here in Portugal, they don't, they're very, very light. So, and they don't take a lot of room. And this is all I own. These tennis shoes are going to stay because they're a little bit old. I don't think they're gonna last for a very long time. Sandals, they're really not that comfortable, so they're gonna stay too. And these other ones that I really love, but they're very, very heavy and thick, so I don't have room for that. So basically, I'm gonna take with me sandals, this pair of tennis shoes, and those sandals to walk around, and that's it. Um, so let's pack. Like I was saying before, I combine all the stuff that I was having here in here, all this over here, and these two. I can roll them very easy, and they can go in the backpack. I will find room for that, and I can use them over there. So here is this one that is very easy to push and squeeze. Here is the two dresses over here and the workout stuff can go in there, and the tops and shorts I can easily put it over here and squeeze. One of the good things about this suitcase, expand, so that's very helpful. So let's finish with this over here. These two, they can go in the backpack. That. And the two shoes that I'm taking with me, actually the sandals for wear in the apartment, and the sandals to walk outside. Those two, I prefer to put it in a bag and put them over here, and I will wear the tennis shoes to travel. The makeup stuff can go over here, and also my two hair styling things, they can go over here. These two, like I was saying, I can combine them in one, and then squeeze, take zero room, and put it in here. So I think that's pretty much what I have.
Now it's time for my packing. Um, with men, it's usually a little bit easier. Don't have all the accessories. I have less options for clothing. Mostly just things that I can mix and match. And by going to mostly Southeast Asia, don't need a lot of heavier clothes. So pretty straightforward. What we do before we travel or a couple weeks out is we organize our clothes and we basically create a pile of must-haves. And for me, this is what I know I'm going to need. And if I really run into a situation where my bag is full, I could probably get rid of one or two things that are extras and just know I'm going to go shopping when I get there. But for me, this is the things that I feel like I should take for this trip. Everything else we give away. So first off, obviously, toiletries. So the next thing I have is my jacket. Generally don't need it on a plane, so I don't bother throwing it in my backpack. Just one more thing. This is just my nice lightweight rain jacket, waterproof, workout, breathable. Kind of does everything I needed to do. And the best part is I picked it up in New Zealand a year and a half ago for like $12. So love the deal. Then I have a couple pairs of pants. And you might say, why would you need pants in Southeast Asia? Well, one is going to the temples, and two is we're going to be there for the holidays. So we wanted to take something a little dressier, and we're going to meet some friends, go out for New Year's, maybe for Christmas. So I am taking these pants, but these are not dress pants. These are not cheap pants. These are Lululemon men's pants that are dress pants or close to it. And they're really comfortable. They're almost wrinkle free. They roll out really nicely, and they're pretty lightweight. So I'm putting two in the bag. I could leave one if I had to, but it's nice to have a couple options. Now, most days you wear shorts. So I have 3 pairs of shorts plus one that I will wear on the plane. Variety color just to mix and match. You know how that goes. Then shirts. I have a polo shirt that I will wear on the plane, a couple of button down, short sleeve shirts, casual, and another polo shirt. Again, standard colors, just so I can go. Our philosophy is basically I just need to be able to get through the first week or two before needing to buy more clothes. And we know we're going to be in a place that has laundry, whether we're in a hotel or an Airbnb. There's either a washer in the apartment or in the hotel, or we can find a laundry service. It's not that hard. We're going to first world countries. So then the next thing I pack is my workout / walking workout / walking shirts, walk around shirts. So these are just standard, athletic shirts you pick up at any outlet mall. I like the Under Armour. I like the way they feel, like the fabric and the cut on them. So that feels really good. So I usually take, somewhere between 5 and 7, depending on what's wearing out. And if something's worn out, I'll just go shopping when I get there. We do like to work out and hit the beach and swim. So I have a couple pairs of workout shorts and swim trunks that kind of do dual duty. I can swim in these just as well. I don't necessarily want to work out in these, but I could in a pinch. So those take up almost no room and go in here. And then I have a bag of socks and a bag of underwear. Pretty basic. Just enough, like I said, to get me through a week and a half and do laundry. And then if I need to go shopping and buy more socks, they're not an expensive item. I do have a small bag of cables and an adapter that I throw into my carry-on or into my roll-on bag. I have an HDMI cable for hooking the computer up to the TV and when we get the opportunity. It's nice to have something like this, just a few things. I also usually will throw my computer's power cable into my rolling bag because that thing's heavy. I do have one belt I like to take. Used to carry 3 belts. Obviously, don't need 3. Realistically, this at some point will go away, but it's just been with me for years. And I've used it to actually secure my bags together and to a post if I needed to step away for a minute. So that's the stuff I have to take. Still got tons of room. I'm not squeezing anything. I don't have to expand my bag. I mean, this thing is half empty. You'll notice I don't have any shoes. That is because we've been here long enough and I've been timing out the use of my running shoes that I'm just going to toss them out before I leave and buy new ones when I get there. I will be wearing a pair of my tennis shoes, my walking shoes that'll get me around, and I need to pick up a pair of flip-flops when I get there. So that's fine too. This stuff is the nice to have if I have room. Mostly because I've already got it and I use it fairly regularly, but it's not something that's hard to replace, or in some cases, it's stuff I really don't want to have to replace because it's really nice, even though I only use it once in a while. So these are just lounge shorts. These are just lightweight, comfy, loose. sleep in, lounge around in, whatever, post-workout shorts that I can just throw on, and they wash up really clean and they take no room and weigh almost nothing. They're different from workout shorts because they're not lined, and so you can just kind of, slip them on over, whenever you need to. And then I have these things which people will laugh at going to Southeast Asia, but when you end up going up on a tour up into the mountains to look at some temples, or we're going to end up in northern Vietnam and Japan sometime later in spring, we might get some cold days. These are the extra things that you just think, boy, I wish I hadn't got rid of it. Couple of little caps to pull on. I think these were Costco purchases. Been dragging them around the world for a couple of years, but when we needed them, they're really handy. Got a pair of running gloves for the early morning runs when it's a little chilly, or when we're out hiking, it's cold. And the nice thing is these fit Elena or I, whoever's hands are getting cold. Again, they weigh nothing. Then this is a true Burberry cashmere scarf that I've had for over 30 years. This thing is awesome. If you have one, don't ever let it go. If you don't have one and you ever have the opportunity to get a cashmere scarf, they're incredibly useful. Weighs nothing, incredibly warm. When you get on that airplane, especially like United, where they crank the air conditioning down, it's just cold. Being able to pull this out, throw it on is great. I'll probably throw it into my backpack along with my computer and a few other things. But for the most part, I've got so much room in there, I might just toss it in there. And that's everything I'm taking, other than, like I said, my backpack with, change of clothes and my laptop and tablet in it. And the nice thing is I am half empty, or maybe a third empty. I have room for something else if I discover I was forgetting something. I can this is all very squishable, not a problem at all. And the best part is, if you know anything about flying some of these carriers, you only get about 22 pounds, maybe 25. This thing probably weighs 17, 18 pounds at this point. So no concerns about weight and extra baggage fees or anything like that. And by the two of us packing into our roll-on bags, we are now saving, on average, probably $50 per bag. So that's per person, per flight. And oftentimes we're flying 2 or 3 flights to get around, halfway around the world. So we could save anywhere from $100 to maybe $250, $300 on one trip. And I'd rather spend that on, new clothes for us. Now that you've seen what's going in our bags for our extended trip, you see that it is not going to be enough for 6 months in Southeast Asia.
No.
We are going to have to go shopping.
And I'm so excited. So please hit the like button and leave a question or a comment.
And we will get back to you. And if you would, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. And we are going to be bringing you content from around the world, where we're staying, how we're getting there, things we're doing, and hopefully some of the lessons learned and costs along the way. Have yourself a great day.
Thank you.